My name is Jason Grant, and I would like to share with you some changes that were made to how to order Prime Infrastructure 3.0. If you're familiar with ordering earlier versions of Prime Infrastructure, the way you do it or the order in which you do it is much the same. You still get the base and the software license per server instance. There's some new optional capabilities now, high availability. There's a second generation hardware appliance. And then what we've done is we've combined the lifecycle and the assurance licenses together. So here's what that looks like. So again, if you're familiar with how to order Prime Infrastructure 2, you probably remember that you've used R-PI2X. What's different now is you start with R-MGMT3X-N-K9. I know why, but it's that way. But you still get base and software, just like with earlier versions of Prime Infrastructure, and the cost is the same. That middle column is all about those optional things. The high availability license is $29.95. But also realize that high availability licenses typically get used only in the largest instances of network deployments and is optional. Since Prime Infrastructure is not in line with data flow, if it goes down, it's not going to interrupt any kind of service. And then over on the right-hand side, this is what I really want to pay attention to. We have different combined or combo lifecycle and assurance licenses per device type. So we get an AP license for $105. You get a Catalyst 2000 license for $105. But also notice that slash and then a number at the end right there. That's the number of tokens that license is equivalent to. Tokens, what does that mean? Great question. I'm glad that you asked. A token, as you can see at the bottom, is really any device. The cost of the token license is really the cost of any of the other licenses, the AP, the 2K, the 3K, but the 4000 series Catalyst and the 6000 series Catalyst, because it has much greater port density, the complication associated with those deployments goes up, and therefore we are requiring a higher per device cost or a higher token count. So for the Catalyst 4K, you can see that the license is $210 or 2 tokens. For a Catalyst 6K, it's $315 or 3 tokens. To add capacity to a server, you just go to that same top level part number way over on the left hand side, R-MGMT3X, blah, blah, blah. And then you just add the number of device specific licenses here. If I'm building out a new bill of materials for a customer that would like to see just simply how much Prime Infrastructure might cost to deploy in their environment, I use these part numbers. So I start with the part numbers on the left-hand side. These are the minimal instances. Unless the customer specifically asks for a hardware appliance, I assume that we're going with a virtual appliance. And then I ask them, well, how many access points, switches, and routers do you have in place? I add that many tokens, and then I ask that other question, which is ultra important. Do you have also 4000s or 6000 series Catalyst switches? And if they do, I just account for that in the number of tokens, or I can add, if it's 60 devices, I can put in tokens for 65 devices. That way there's a little bit of leeway. Thank you for your time.